Mantras of our Lord Sri Aurobindo. Our Lord Sri Aurobindo says all is created by the Supreme Goddess, the Supreme and original Mahashakti. All proceeds from her, all live by her, all live in her, even as she lives in all. All wisdom and knowledge are her wisdom and knowledge. All power is her power. All will and force is her will and force. All action is her action. All moments are her moments. All beings are portions of her power of existence. With love and blessing, says our Lord Sri Aurobindo. Words of our Divine Mother taken from the Mother's comments on the book The Mother by Sri Aurobindo, page 92. Sweet Mother, your only object in action shall be to serve, to receive, to fulfill, to become a manifesting instrument of the Divine Shakti in her works. Could you please explain? For this, our Divine Mother says, when you act, your only object is to serve. That is, instead of acting for your personal good, you act with the feeling of serving, of receiving the divine force, not from outside. You must not at all believe in that, but from within you, of opening yourself to the divine force which will use you for its action and of fulfilling what that force wants you to fulfill. Our Divine Mother says there is no place there for egoism. It is not a matter of giving one thing and receiving another in exchange. It is not like that. It is not a question of receiving from outside. There are disciplines which make it a rule. We don't like rules, for they are always arbitrary and artificial. That one should receive absolutely nothing from anybody except the divine or the guru who represents the divine. A Divine Mother says some people would not receive even a fruit from anybody because it does not come from the Guru. That is an exaggeration. This depends on circumstances, on conditions, and on the very much on the attitude that one takes oneself. Depends on many things. It would take a very long time to explain this. But there is one thing you must learn, never to rely on anyone or anything, whatever, except the divine. For if you lean upon anyone for support, the support will break. You may be sure of that. The support will break. From the minute you start doing yoga, I always speak of those who do integral yoga. I do not speak about ordinary life. For those who do integral yoga, to depend upon someone else is like wanting to transform that person into a representative of the divine force. Now, you may be sure there is not 1 in 100 millions who can carry the weight. He will break immediately. So, our Divine Mother says, never take the attitude of hoping for support, help, comfort from anyone except the Divine. That is absolute. I have never, not once, met anyone who tried to cling to something to find a support, something for doing yoga, who has been put into touch with integral yoga, who has not deceived it. It breaks, it stops, one loses one's support. Then one says life is difficult. It is not difficult, but one must know what one is doing. Never seek a support elsewhere than the divine. Never seek satisfaction elsewhere than in the divine. Never seek the satisfaction of your needs in anyone else except the divine. Never ask for anything at all. All your needs can be satisfied only by the divine. All your weaknesses can be borne and healed only by the divine. He alone is capable of giving you what you need in everything, always. If you try to find any satisfaction or support or help or joy or heaven knows what in anyone else, you will always fall on your nose, and that hurts. Sometimes even hurts very much, says our Divine Mother.
सूर्यो यथा सर्वलोकस्य चक्षुर्न चाक्षुषैर्बाह्यदोषैः एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा न लिप्यते लोकदुःखेन बाह्य नित्योऽयनित्यानां चेतनानाम् एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान् तमात्मस्थं येन पश्यन्ति धीरास्तेषां शान्तिः शाश्वती नितरेषाम्।
नमस्तेऽस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शङ्खचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मीर्नमस्तुते नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोलासुरभयङ्करि सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मीर्नमस्तुते स्थूलसूक्ष्ममहारौद्रे महाशक्ते महोदये महापापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मीर्नमोऽस्तुते पद्मासनस्थिते देवी परब्रह्मस्वरूपिणी परमेशी जगन्माता महालक्ष्मीर्नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मीर्नमस्तुते जगत्स्थिते जगन्माता महामीरा नमस्तुते सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायिनी महामीरा नमस्तुते।
गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै देवाय ॐ श्रीमीरायै नमः। ॐ श्रीमीरायै नमः। ॐ श्रीमीराय।
Sweet Mother, what is the difference between an avatar and a vibhuti? For this, our Divine Mother says, vibhutis are aspects, qualities, what are called in occultism emanations of a being. They are like certain forces, qualities, attributes which are put in contact with an outer form, a physical for instance, and which manifest themselves through this form. This may be a human form also. The avatar, at least when understood in the true sense, is the incarnation upon earth of the Supreme Truth. Now, many meanings are given to this word. There is even a word avatar in French which has a very special meaning. It is said that an adventurer has many avatars. He changes his appearances, personalities, and occupations. But originally, as it is said in Gita, when the Supreme decides to manifest himself upon earth for a particular reason, takes an earthly body, it is said that he is an avatar. He may take many successive bodies according to the need and circumstance, but it is always what could be called the central being which takes an earthly body. That is what is called an avatar. I thought you knew that. Sri Aurobindo has explained this in many places, says our Divine Mother. Question from comments on chapter 6 continued. Sweet Mother, I did not understand this. This is the power of Mahalakshmi, and there is no aspect of the Divine Shakti more attractive to the heart of embodied beings. For this, our Divine Mother says that means men. It is another way of saying human beings upon the earth, they're also animals. She is very, very loving towards animals, and animals love her very much. Even the outmost ferocious ones become very gentle with her. That is why, instead of using the word human beings, Sri Aurobindo has mentioned it as embodied beings. Question, Sweet Mother, I did not understand. She throws the spell of intoxicating sweetness of the divine. For this, our Divine Mother says, it is a poetic image to express. You must not understand things with a positivist mind. You must have the feeling of the harmony of the words. For this, the child says, here it's written, Sweet Mother, Maheshwari lays down the large lines of the world forces. What does this mean, the large lines of the world forces? For this, our Divine Mother says it means that she makes the plan of what the world ought to be. She lays down the large lines of the plan of what the world should be, of the universe. She has a vision of the whole, a global creation. Instead of seeing the details, she sees the totality of things. She lays down the large lines of the plane and what the creation should be like towards what it ought to advance, and then what the result will be. She has a universal vision and she is less concerned with the details than the whole, says our Divine Mother. For this, the child says, Sweet Mother, all the work of other powers leans on her, Mahashakti or Mahasaraswati, for its completeness. For this, our Divine Mother says, Mahasaraswati, yes, because she is simply silence, precisely the goddess of perfection. For her, everything must be done down to the last detail and done in an absolute perfect way. And she insists that it should be done physically, totally, materially, that it should not be remain in the air, you see, like a mental or a vital action, but should be on the physical realization in all its details. Details must be perfect, nothing should be neglected. So, all that the others undertake in the other domains, she consecrates and brings it to the material perfection, says our Divine Mother.